Peace, fam. It's your brother Cool. It's my little homie right here, Kente. Today I want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, engaging. You know, I feel like a lot of us are afraid to engage the system. Right? There's no separation of public and private. They're one and the same. Lower self, higher self. You know what I'm saying? Both need. You need to be in control of both in order to function at your maximum. Okay? Within this particular avatar or avatars that we occupy here. But everything comes down to, or everything is based off of private. So we can't be afraid to engage. Engage the system. We have to engage the system and clean up house. Like, there's no way around that, y'all. There is no way around it. You know what I'm saying? This is the great work that is given to the people. So, you know what I'm saying? So this is now what I mean when I say that, you know, to be free is to be responsible. You can't claim to be free and in control of things, but then you're not fulfilling your duties and responsibilities. This is part of those duties and responsibilities, you know what I'm saying, of being the people. We got to go up and clean up house. Go in and clean up house. If we don't do it, this is just going to, the way the system is now is just going to continue to perpetuate. We have to kill all those things, those parasitic diseases that have been lingering within our communities, like identifying ourselves as black. That's a disease. African American, that's a disease. Hispanic Latino, that's a disease. You know what I'm saying? Identifying ourselves as minorities, that's a disease. Hey, be careful with those, all right? That's my only pair. You know what I'm saying? That's a disease. Allowing foreigners to take energies from you in the form or the physical manifestation of taxes, you know what I'm saying, excise, levies, debts that have nothing to do with the natural people, you know what I'm saying? That's also a disease, okay? Because how much more economically sound would we be if we were able to bring in everything we make, even from whatever type of jobs we have? That goes down from fast food, janitorial to whatever. Because your check is your check. Right? Now we're talking about math. The more of your check you receive, the more energy you have to do with. Yes or no? All right? And then you have to understand, this also plays a role to even doing part-time jobs. Because now, the same goes back down to math now. If I'm making $17 an hour at one job, but I get taxed, right? I come back down, I get another job now. Let's say I'm making 14, 13 at this job, but I'm not getting taxed. That is equivalent to me making 16 or 17. So me working at, let's say, McDonald's, making $11 an hour, not having to pay taxes to foreigners. Me making $11 an hour is equivalent to me making $15 an hour. And then on top of that, there's nothing to file, because why would you file for tax returns if every time you got paid, you got your whole check? There'd be nothing to file. It's called savings, investments, group economics. You know what I'm saying? So we need the public to, what's the best way I can say this? We need the public to hold the structure. You see, the public is the physical or external manifestation of what's happening internally. If the internal is not correct, the public will not be correct. Meaning if the private is not correct, the public won't be correct. If the people are not correct, any type of commercial activities they do outside will not be correct. So if you're saying that the United States is fucked up, it's because we're fucked up. And then when we do get some type of knowledge on how to start fixing the problem, a lot of us just want to, you know what I'm saying, get the fuck out of Dodge or go and stay in the private. Us as the nationals staying private does not help the situation. It actually makes it worse. It's actually prolonging it. It's making the system, the perpetual system of slavery, bureaucratic and economic, last longer by us being inactive. This is why Drew Ali said he needs active Moors, not passive Moors, meaning we can't be afraid to interact with the system. Can't be afraid to do commerce, because once we're right internally, it don't matter what we do externally. It's going to have the outcome that we manifest, because the intent and the science on how to manifest that is there. We can't be afraid to interact with the system. We got to clean up house, meaning if there's any ill debts on us or connected to us in any way, shape, way, or form, we got to go in and correct that. We can't be afraid to go in and correct it. Got to go in and correct it. Got to man up and woman up and go in and correct it. We can't be afraid of the system, because the very first chakra, you know what I'm saying, the Kundalini has to surpass in order to get going. The first chakra the Kundalini has to go through is the root chakra. And guess what the root chakra is governed by? Fear. So you have to get past fear in order to get the Kundalini going. You know what I'm saying? That's how you activate the root chakra. You got to kill the fear. That's the first step. So even if you claim your nationality, but you now fear to interact with the system, and this is no judgment. No judgment. I'm not judging anybody. Everyone has to operate how they operate. But I'm just saying, if we want to speed up the process of cleaning up house, we got to, you know what I'm saying? We got to activate that root chakra. We got to move past the fear of interacting with the system as ourselves. Be who you are. Be it. Don't false flag it. Don't fake it. Just be it. In all venues, in all situations, whether public or private, just be yourself. Our ancestors weren't crazy, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't like doing rituals, and they didn't have faith in, you know what I'm saying, the spirits for no reason. They're there. That's why it's called faith. But I'm not talking about blind faith. Faith has to be combined and attached to knowledge. Because the more knowledge you have, the more faith you can have due to the fact and the science of knowing. You know what I'm saying? So if I know something, I can have faith that a particular thing is going to operate a certain way due or based on what I know. You know what I'm saying? And the trial and error will confirm that that is fact or not. You know what I'm saying? So we can't be afraid to interface with the system. We just got to go dive head in. You know what I'm saying? Kill that fear. Kill that root chakra and get the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying? Because once you pass that root chakra, then you got to go right into the solar plexus. Activity. activity. That shit got to put a fire in you to get going. Get going. You know what I'm saying? It got to put that fire in you. And then once you get past that fire, you got to get to that heart. Because the heart pumps out way more electromagnetic energy than the brain. This is the operating system. This is the OS right here. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. This is the motherboard right here. Okay? This is the OS. Motherboard, OS. OS means operating system for computers. You know what I'm saying? Motherboard, operating system. So, once you get here, this is where your energy field expands. Now, this is where your reality starts to shift once you hit the heart chakra. That's when things change. Once you raise yourself here to the heart. This means that you have a genuine attachment, meaning you went through the emotions of the anger, and oh my God, I can't believe this is really what happened to us. Oh my God, this is the truth. It's overwhelming. Those are parts of the process. You know what I'm saying? That's you moving through different chakras. And once you get to the heart chakra, after those tears, after that sorrow, after that anger, now you come with the knowledge. Once you come to the knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And it's in your heart chakra. Daddy! Then you can activate the throat chakra. You can start speaking the truth. You can start speaking the truth, letting the truth out. The throat chakra. Let it go. That's what the color blue represents. Communication. Information goes out. Information here, then the information pours out. Pours out. You know what I'm saying? If this was the glass, the information be the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? This is the glass. I'm sorry, this is the water right here. The information in the water right here. My throat's the glass. Now I get to pour it out. Right? We're in the age of Aquarius. This guy loves banging drums. If you look at the age of Aquarius, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, keep banging that. I like that. It's pretty ritualistic right there. And if you look at the age of Aquarius, it's symbolized by a man holding a goblet of water, and he's pouring it out. The water represents information. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at the water as your heart chakra. The water being in your heart chakra. And that goblet, you know what I'm saying? That goblet is the throat chakra. You can pour it out. Pour it out. You share the information. And then once you get to the throat chakra, okay, then you can get into the pineal gland. You know what I'm saying? The third eye chakra or the first eye chakra. This is when you can start seeing things that aren't there with these eyes. So just because you don't see it don't mean it ain't real. That's referencing to the third, to the first eye. You know what I'm saying? Then you hit the crown chakra. So even these things are processes. This is what I'm saying. The root chakra is the United States. From the heart chakra up, you know what I'm saying? There's just so many ways, to break this thing down. But essentially, once again, and I don't mean to keep beating you over the head with this, but I chase understanding. I chase your understanding. So I'm really adamant on not trying to impose anything on you, but just trying to. It's like, consider what I'm saying. Just consider it. Just consider it. And like I said, it doesn't matter what nationality you are. What matters is what direction are you moving in. Are you moving in a direction to, once again, go back to self-governance? If that's the direction you're moving in, you're good. You're moving in the same direction as nature. Now, if you're doing that and still proclaiming that and still using those spells or curses that we're black and stuff like that, then you are part of the problem, and you are helping that same system that is feeding off of our good virtues and energies. You are helping it sustain and live longer. So those those who are giving this information now but not giving it wholeheartedly and transparently are also not helping the issue. They're actually adding to the problem, as well as us, those who are really about this work, being afraid or not willing to interface with the system, meaning not face our lower self. Can't be afraid, you know what I'm saying? The lower self needs leadership. The public needs the leadership of the private. You know what I'm saying? It's like a carriage with no horse. It ain't gonna go nowhere. So don't be afraid to interface with the system. The system is just a computer. So literally, it's us versus a computer. The people versus a computer. Now, who do you think is going to succeed? The people, which the computer, the entire structure of the computer is based off the human body. You know what I'm saying? What is used to process the information or send the light information through the different connections and boards of the computer? Quartz crystals. You know what the eyes are made out of? Quartz crystal. You see what I'm saying? The structure of the computer itself is literally based off the structure of our human anatomy. So we can't be afraid to interface with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It's just a fact we've been interfacing under someone else's family name and doing business as and class, we've been identifying as something that doesn't speak to who we are, to our true nature, and also kills us in law. So this is why we've been suffering. That's the math. Once that math is dealt with, move forward. You know what I'm saying? Interface with the system. You don't have to integrate. I'm not saying integrate or assimilate. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying interface. Don't be afraid to face it. It's just a computer. Don't be afraid to go in. Plug into the matrix sometimes. Plug out when you're done doing what you need to do. But you do need to plug in from time to time. You do. Until you have your own matrix that you've created. Then there's no need to plug into someone else's matrix because you have your own matrix now. But regardless of the fact, everyone lives within a matrix. You see what I'm saying? And then if you break down the etymology of matrix, matrix is womb. Yeah, matrix is a mother's womb. Where's this earth at? Because at nighttime, the sky is black, like triple black darkness, just like a womb. You know what I'm saying? So everything that applies here applies to the cosmos. Everything. Nothing is separate. So once again, keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overcomplicate things at all. It's really, 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 really simple. Okay? It's really simple. You know what I'm saying? The system is a computer. You're just correcting or updating information within the computer so it's not reflecting your status as something that has no origins in people. Because if you don't have any origins in people, you're automatically outside the constitutional fold of government. Alright? The only way to be a citizen, people say, I'm not a U.S. citizen no more. No. When you were operating as a color, that's when you were not a U.S. citizen. When you nationalized, that's when you became a United States citizen. U.S. citizen. A true, organic. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I say your nationality ID is your state ID, because it's your only identification. It's not in all caps. It has your incarnation date. It has your nationality. It has your your ancestral landmass where you come from. Okay? It has things on the record that can affirm what is being said or expressed. So my ID is my nationality ID. Other than that, I do business sometimes with my public trust card. My Washington State public trust card. That's about as far as that goes. You know what I'm saying? But even at that point, Social Security, shelved it. I don't use the social. I use my trust, which has a TIN number, a tax identification number for my trust. A foreign tax identification number, because I don't operate inside the United States. I operate outside of it. See, this is what I mean by interface, without assimilating, or integrating. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about interface from my side to your side. That's how I do business. So I'm not doing business inside their little trust box. I'm outside their trust box. I step to them with my own trust box. So now our trust boxes interface, meaning my trust, right? Because it's also an entity. It's not real. It's an ens legis. Because it's two is in all caps, right? So now my trust, which is, you could say, my gate of defense now, right? Or my straw, right? That's my trust is my straw. Okay? My foreign trust now is my straw. Now, the straw we're talking about on the public trust card, let's say for my Washington State ID, my free national name is on that trust card or that Washington State ID, right? It's in all caps though. So that's not me, because that's grammatically incorrect. When you're talking about English grammar, that is incorrect. That is not referring to a person, place, thing, or idea, which is what a noun is. All right. So that trust card is in all caps. It's not you. Okay. Your self-identification card, your nationality card, is you. It speaks to your bloodline, your pedigree, and your name is in all caps. So grammatically, it is correct, right? Because in law, everything is very specific. So with my foreign trust, that is my straw or my free person, right? Look up free person. That is my free person. Remember, a person is a company, a trust, an association, or partnership, meaning it's an ens legis, it's a straw at the end of the day. It doesn't have no life. I have to give it life for it to actually do things in commerce. That's what that means. So understanding that the public trust card or my Washington State ID, that's not me. My trust in itself is still not me. My foreign trust is still not me. I benefit off that creature. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be able to differentiate between the two. This is what public and private is all about, but you got to be able to interface without integrating or assimilating. It's all about interfacing. All right, so we can't be afraid to interface, but we do need to go into self and get our thought process, get our way of thinking correct, so that when we go back and interface, we'll have a good standing on our own shit. You know what I'm saying? And then we can start moving mountains. So until that happens, you know what I'm saying? This system is just going to perpetuate over and over and over and over.
Have you?